All right, what's up everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Strength Classroom. Today, I'm going to talk about a method that could help you break through plateaus, build muscle, build strength, and they are called cluster sets. So what exactly are cluster sets? Basically, think of them as a way to hack your body's ability to lift the same amount of weight more times than you would if you had just done it in one set. Let me explain. So instead of doing 10 straight reps, which is a traditional straight set, you break that up into mini sets or clusters that have short mini rest periods, not like 1-2 minutes. It's normally 45 seconds or below. So for example, a traditional set, let's stick with the theme of 10 reps. And instead of doing one set the traditional way, you can do 5 mini sets of 2 and rest about 20 to 30 seconds in between. Sure, the cluster set is going to take longer to perform, but there are definitely some benefits of performing it that way. By doing this, you maintain better form, you have more amount of quality reps, and you're able to push that same heavy load more times than you would than if you were just doing one traditional straight set. Now let's talk about why cluster sets are so powerful and how they can help you level up your training. Number one, you're gonna get more strength gains. The short rest between reps means you can keep lifting heavier weights, which will allow more strength development in the long run. Number two, higher power output. This is great for explosive lifts like the Olympic lifts, squats, presses, which speed and strength are key. Because fatigue is not going to set in the same way, your form is going to be better and you can press the weights faster from rep to rep. So for example, rep 8 on a straight set is not going to move as fast as rep 8 on a cluster set. Number 3, increased training volume. You're lifting more total weight without burning out quickly. Basically, you're staying further away from failure while still using heavy weight. And 4, better form and technique. I already kind of addressed this, but since you're not fatiguing as fast, your reps are going to stay crisp, stay clean, and be more controlled overall. So how would you program cluster sets in your workout? I think this is what everyone wants to know when they clicked on this video. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna choose a compound lift, whether it's a press, whether it's a squat, whether it's a hinge-like deadlift movement, or whether it's a pull. Just make sure it is a multi-joint compound movement. Then you're gonna get roughly 80 to 85% of your 1 rep max. This is heavy enough to build strength while still being manageable as not being in the peak strength percentages. And then you're gonna do mini sets of 2 to 3 reps with about 20 to 30 seconds, maybe as high as 45 seconds of rest in between. And then you're gonna complete that for a total of anywhere from 6 to 12 reps. Your goal is completely up to you. And then rest 3 to 4 minutes, and you can repeat this as many as 3 to 4 times. Another cluster set example I have, this is for more hypertrophy. So you're gonna change up some variables, but the overall principles are gonna stay the same. So this time you're gonna use 70 to 75% of your 1 rep max. It's a little lighter, but it's still going to be challenging. So now you're gonna do cluster sets of 5. You're gonna do 5 reps, rest 30 seconds, 5 reps, rest 30 seconds, 5 reps, rest 30 seconds. Then you're gonna rest 2 to 3 minutes before going on to your next set. So now you have 15 total reps here, which is definitely in the hypertrophy range. But if you can go more, why not go to 20, 25? You're going to have to measure that for yourself depending on the weight you've used, how proficient you are with the exercise, how fatigued you feel already. That's completely up to you. But for this method, I like to stick at around 15 reps. So who can use cluster sets? Pretty much everyone, but I'm going to give you different reasonings for each. So let's start off with powerlifters. Powerlifters want to handle heavy weights without gassing out. But the reason I think that powerlifters would benefit greatly from this method is every time you re-rack and have to unrack the bar, you are practicing your setup. Nothing is worse than when you unrack a weight and you're unsure if you're gonna be able to re-rack it and basically complete the rep. So by practicing your setup, you're removing setup as an equation. You're enhancing your skill. You are enhancing your craft. If you look at athletes of any sort, whether it be football, basketball, whatever, whenever they are drilling a skill, they are doing that over and over and over again until it becomes second nature. Too many people and too many inexperienced people just like working up to heavy weights. They don't like using submaximal weights, but when you use submaximal weights for many sets, and cluster sets, you're basically turning one set into 3 to 5 to even 6 sets, you are doing that many more setups, and that's going to allow you to hone in your technique. So powerlifters could greatly benefit from this method. Athletes, it's perfect for athletes because you're giving them a lot of volume, but you're making sure that the reps are all very explosive and they're displaying a max amount of strength. So this is going to be very beneficial for sports like football, wrestling, or even sprinting. And then anyone that is a seeker for hypertrophy, if you want to squeeze in more volume while using heavy weights and blending the best of both worlds, cluster sets can be very helpful. So my final thoughts on cluster sets. It can be a great tool for breaking through plateaus. I'm not going to say now all your sets have to be cluster sets, but there could be a period of time where you try it on your main lifts and maybe your secondary lift or some hypertrophy thing for about 1 month just to break up the monotony of your training. So in conclusion, if you never tried them before, add them to your workout for about 3 to 4 weeks. Let me know how it goes. Come back to this video, write on any other video. I don't care. Even email me at thestrengthteacher@gmail.com. If you like this video, if you got any value from it whatsoever, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a great day.